Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day of the week for a while. And for my returning subscribers, hi! Long time no talk. I know it's been a while since I last saw you guys. I want to do a quick update before I get into the video to let you guys know just where I've been and stuff, but this is not going to be the point of the video. I'll get into that in a little bit. So I have been taking a break. If you guys didn't see my last video, which I posted 2 weeks ago, you know that I've been taking a break because I've been a little overwhelmed with doing too many videos, and I just felt like I needed just to take just a little break for a while and focus on other things, which is good because I always need that. And I've just been focusing on my knitting and just like other important things in general. And I have some exciting news that I want to tell you guys. I got a new job. Yes. I don't know my exact start dates, but I got a new job at a local boutique that sells like natural soaps that are really freshly scented, and like shampoo bars, like a lot of stuff that is all natural. And I don't have a start date yet, but I'll let you guys know when I start. All right, so I found out while I was away I did get a job, and I'm very excited to start. So I still don't know what exactly my dates are, but I'll let you guys know my filming schedule as soon as I find that out. And I've just been super busy just focusing on other things like my knitting and just other stuff in general. So anyway, that's just all I have to say. So to get into the video before I get off topic, is today's video I'm going to talk about my top 11 Fairly Odd Parents episodes. Now, I love the Fairly Odd Parents. It's one of my favorite cartoons. I've actually been watching them a lot lately, which is great because it's super funny and I really enjoy it, and I enjoy it as much as I did when I was a kid. And I already have a top 10 Fairly Odd Parents characters video, which I'll link down below if you didn't see. And I'm gonna get started, and if you love the Fairly Odd Parents, what are your favorite episodes? Let me know. So I'm gonna get started. So number one on my list would have to be The Good Old Days. I like this one because this episode shows Timmy going into an old cartoon from like the 1930s or 40s, and he learns a valuable lesson about how something is, just because something is old, it doesn't mean it's lame. And it's pretty cool because you kind of get to see like the really cool effects of old cartoons in this episode, after he and his grandpa are put into an old cartoon with his wish from Cosmo and Wanda. And Timmy goes exploring and learning about old cartoons from his grandpa, which I think is really cool. And I like the fact that this episode teaches Timmy about how things are, just because things are old doesn't mean they're lame, which I think is cool. Number two on my list has to be Operation Dinkelberg. I like this episode because I think it's really funny, because I like Timmy's dad's obsession with thinking Mr. Dinkelberg is evil when he really isn't. And I love the fact that how no matter how many times they try to figure out how evil Mr. Dinkelberg is, he ends up failing. And it is kind of funny throughout this episode because Timmy doesn't believe his dad, and neither does Timmy's mom believe Timmy's dad. And I think this is super funny because every attempt he tries to get to make Mr. Dinkelberg look evil, he just fails. And it's pretty funny. Number three on my list would have to be Fairly Odd Fairy Tales. Now, I really enjoy this episode because I think it's really funny, and they kind of make fun of fairy tales like Cinderella, Snow White, and Three Little Pigs, and they have versions like that are of the characters that are all Cosmo and Wanda. Like they have Cosmorella instead of Cinderella. They have Three Little Fairies instead of the Three Little Pigs. They have Snow Wanda and the Seven Fairies instead of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. And I think it's really, really funny because it seems like they're kind of making fun of the fairy tales, which I really like. Number four on my list would have to be Tiny Timmy. I like this one because Timmy is very bored learning about like the human universe, like what's in the body and stuff, because he has to do it for school. And he is really bored doing research on it, so he the Fairly Odd, so Cosmo and Wanda make him a shrink suit, and Timmy learns that microbiology can be really fun, and like they go around and look for a bunch of like molecules around Vicky, which is pretty cool. And Timmy learns how fun microbiology can be, just being the size of microbiology, a size of like a molecule, which is pretty cool because he gets to learn so many things about the universe, which is awesome. Number 5 on my list would have to be the Odd West. I like this one because this one has Timmy try to save a historical site that his dad went to when his dad was a squirrely scout. And I really like the fact that Timmy cares so much for his dad in this episode that he'll do anything to save his dad's childhood historical site, which is awesome. And I love the fact that Timmy shows he cares so much about his dad in this episode. Number 6 on my list would have to be Babyface. I like this one because I love the fact that Timmy wishes he was a baby in order to protect himself from Francis. Francis at a scary daycare center, at a crazy daycare center, and he makes that mistake because he can't get himself out of it unless he spells out the wish, because what sucks is he can't talk, so he has to spell out the wish in order to get it, but every time he attempts to do it, it just ends up and he just ends up failing, which sucks. And it is pretty funny because Timmy gets the experience of being a baby all over again. Number 7 on my list would have to be Birthday Wish. I like this one because it shows Timmy being less selfish for himself. 1 second. Sorry, something came up. Anyway, so I like this because it shows Timmy not being selfish at all, and I love the fact that he'll do anything to like help Tootie when her birthday is going horribly wrong, and she gets a terrible birthday because it's ruined by Vicky. And I love the fact that he shows even though he thinks Tootie's weird, he still kind of cares about her, which is really nice. And I love the fact that even though Timmy may seem selfish, he actually really isn't. He still cares for others, and I like that about him because he loans his fairies to Tootie in order to give her a wonderful birthday, which I really think is very sweet. Number 8 on my list would have to be Timmy the Barbarian. Now, I like this episode because I love the fact that it's a story that Jorgen von Strangle is reading to his friend Binky the fairy, and he traps Timmy, Cosmo, and Wanda all in the story, and they're all their own hilarious versions of their own characters, like Timmy's a barbarian. Wanda, who likes to get in people's nerves, becomes her own version of Hercules, and Cosmo becomes like a pack mule, which is pretty funny, and it is a very funny story because they go through all these different things and they make a lot of Timmy's enemies the enemies throughout the story, which I think is pretty awesome. I really like it because it adds a lot of humor to it. Number 9 on my list would have to be the Gland Plan. Excuse me. I like this one because this one is actually really funny too, because it shows that one of Cosmo's organs is messed up that allows him to change into magical objects. And it's kind of funny because he changed into random different objects. Like he'll change from a fish to a fork. He'll change into a duck. He'll change into just a monkey or random stuff. And it is kind of funny. Number 10 on my funny, and they have to find a donor in order to have Cosmo operated on. Number 10 on my list would have to be Hex Games. I like this one because I think this one's pretty funny because Timmy gets an idea of skateboarding and he's forced to compete against Vicky in order to save the skate park because she's like controlling the skate park, and she's banning people from the skate park. And Timmy wants to do everything he can to help himself and others go to be able to go to the skate park. And I love the fact that he'll do anything to help others and make it great for people to skate at. Number 10 on my list would have to be number 11 on my list would have to be Finding Emo. I'm so sorry. I'm just getting back to YouTube and I'm already getting my numbers screwed up. Sorry. I like this one because I like the fact that Timmy learns to be himself in order to impress a girl, and he likes to try to change into so many different things in order to impress the girl, but later on he learns to be himself. And I really like that about Timmy, is like when he wants something really bad, he just wants to do it anyway, but then later on he learns his lesson about how not everything goes as well as planned. Especially if he wants to be like a different person, he definitely learns just to be himself in order to get with the girl of his dreams. And I really like that Timmy goes through all these different phases. Like he goes from being a jock to a sensitive person, and then he goes to someone who doesn't care at all. And then he definitely learns from all these three of these experiences just to be himself in order to be with the girl of his dreams. And I really like that about Timmy. When he goes through all these different personalities, he definitely learns it's better to be himself. And I really like that. And I think that's a great moral to this episode. So those are my top 11 Fairly Odd Parents episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry this was so long, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day of the week for a while, and I'll see you in a video soon. Bye!